Hello and welcome to the show. I am back today on Wreckfest, taking a look at, well, kind of another mod. This was the kind of Christmas mode, I guess, that came out for Wreckfest last year that I didn't actually pay any attention to. I completely missed that they added in a kind of snow mode. However, they have since released it as a mod on the workshop, so if you want to go and play around with it, if like me you didn't pay attention and completely missed that there was a bunch of snow in Wreckfest, well, you can go back and try it out, because it isn't just a visual make everything look snowy. No, this actually does change the grip that you have at the circuit. I did a quick couple of races, and it's a bit slidier. It's a bit slidier than it was. Let's go to the Finncross circuit. Sure, I just about know this. Just about know this track. We're going to go racing with the B-class car. What B-class car? The you know, let's go for the Road Slayer. I don't think I've driven this for a while. Let's have a go with the Road Slayer. We're going to go for 5 laps, fairly short circuit around here. We'll keep that on normal. We've got expert AI, and we will try and survive the track. From my sort of playing around with this before starting to film, the AI seem to do a fairly solid job, as solid a job as they normally do on Wreckfest, getting around the circuit, even with it being a little bit nastier, a little bit slipperier. It's more likely to be me, the Muppet, that finds a way to spin out. So I'm going to try and not spin out. So, yeah, here we go. Now, regular viewers will know I'm a big fan of, well, snowy conditions in games. I always like playing around in the snow. I like snow in real life. My part of England doesn't get it very often, but yeah, I do like the snowy conditions. So you've got, oh, this is going to be a very big crash in the first corner. It's just been carted off. Yeah, if the car does get turned, I mean, there's very little in the way of grip. It just adds a little bit more to the chaos. Oh, I mean, it's not good. That's not helpful particularly. This isn't full-on ice racing. It's not like we've got absolutely zero grip in these cars that are otherwise. Oh, I've been punted. I've been punted into a very bad place. I don't know if I can get out of the very bad place. Nope, I cannot. This race has been madness. Not sure this was the best circuit. Oh, well, we'll punt the Mustang. Oh, someone else's beach. There's a car stuck. Okay, the other tracks I went to didn't quite be this chaotic. Didn't quite be. You know what? Grammar's not important at all. This has been madness. Excuse me. I'm just trying to survive at the moment. We've fallen to 20th. I was hoping to have a slightly better start than all of this, but no, apparently we're just going to be... There are spun cars, Bulldogs eating a tyre bundle. I mean, many tyres that car has eaten. We were 21st, we're now 13th again. Who knows what way this is going to go? Can we unsettle the AI? I mean, we can unsettle them. I was wondering if we could punt them into... I say punt them, just a small nudge almost into a corner. See if we could then get them to slide a long way. Not quite so much. Yeah, as I was saying before, we got distracted by the chaos. There is perhaps more grip than you would get from actually racing on snow with these cars. Their tyres are, I mean, not changed from their normal stuff, sort of featurely, but there's less grip than you are probably used to driving, although whoever's driving the 56, that car, whichever car that is, I can't remember, that seemed to have plenty of grip going around that corner. Oh no, don't fight me. No! You've put me the wrong side of the bloody track. That was not my fault. We were just committed and we were stuck. We're still 13th somehow. Pizza rust in the wall with you. Don't know why in particular. They've done nothing wrong, other than just their car was quite badly damaged, so I thought we'd try and help it along. Christ, if... Oh, well, I think I got calmed there, didn't I? I mean, that's probably fair, really. You've slowed yourself down more, but you've let the... Yeah, it's spun, so never mind. They've let it pass. However... Again, apparently the tracks that I drove around here a little while ago were... AI were more sensible. They've lost all of the sensibleness. Admittedly, I am now not helping matters with the odd punt here and there. Can I sneak underneath? Yeah, there's not much... Oh, no. Ow. There is not much grip either from the back end or the front end. Don't really turn in all that well at times. No, don't go that way. Christ. Wreckfest on ice is basically more of a crash fest than normal wreck. I mean, I don't know what else you expected, really. Oh, I'm very sideways. Please straighten my car up. Thank you. We're still 15th, 16th. I mean, we might get that 13th place back again at some point. Uh-oh. I'm going to have a very, very big slide now. Also, if you have watched plenty of my videos before, you will know that I'm not a fan of sliding cars around. My driving style does not suit oversteery cars. I hate having oversteery cars. And with this, to an extent, you've kind of got to. Otherwise, you just get a million miles of understeer, which isn't particularly helpful either. We're going to put you round. You can... Oh, well, I tried to torpedo that. No, that's put me into... I think this is just an exercise in karma. I was hoping it was going to at least punt me in the right direction facing forward, but no. This has just been an exercise. So we were, I think, 21st and then 13th, and then gradually lost everything, and we've got one more lap to go. Hope for a big crash for somebody. Oh wow, we've been lapped. We have been lapped. This has not gone very well. This is... Well, for our first experience of Wreckfest on ice, I mean, we have had the full experience. There's been a lot of spins and there's been an awful, awful, awful lot of chaos. Not a great finishing position for me. Oh, I think, no, you are a car ahead of me. That's 16th place. Come on, we can get maybe 50. I think you might have been the car that... Did you cross the finish line? 1, maybe? I don't know. Doesn't seem to have a nameplate above it. Yeah, it's 3.5 seconds. So that's the eventual race winner. Oh, someone's in the tree. That looks like that might be a 15th place for me. Can we... Anyone else going to have a spin on the final couple of corners? Oh, they are! Yes! We can sneak a couple of positions if I don't be a Muppet. We're going to sneak a couple of positions. I wasn't a Muppet. And, well, I was a Muppet for a lot of the race. I wasn't a Muppet for the final lap, at least. I mean, lap time-wise, we were competitive with the cars further up. It was just we couldn't stay doing that cleanly. I say further up, there's a Bulldog doing a 43 around there. Bloody hell. I mean, that was pure chaos. You want that from Wreckfest, of course. You want as much chaos as the game can muster. However, there was more chaos than I was expecting. Shall we go to... try and remember what circuit. There's a circuit that I really like, and I can't remember the name of the damn thing. I remember what it looks like. Is it? It's not definitely not that one. It's, no, apparently I don't remember where on earth the circuit is. I'll keep forgetting that it teleports us all the way back to wherever we were looking. Apparently, we're not going to go to. There's a. I don't know. We'll go around the short circuit here. There's one of the rallycross circuits that I seem to be particularly good at anyway. And I've very much enjoyed driving that. I can't seem to find the damn thing. Let's go with a Star Beast. Sure, it's a little shorter circuit. We'll go for 5 laps around here. We'll see... Okay, so there's a little bit more tarmac around here. I would presume there'll be a slight bit more grip on snowy tarmac than snowy dirt. I'm hoping that's how things work. I guess we will have to wait and see. My objective is to come higher up than we did last time. My objective is to win. Really, at the end of the day, we want to win, but generally finish as well on the grid as we can would be good. Are we going to hopefully not do terribly? I wonder what the AI are going to make of... this is like a rallycross style start, so your start line is slightly not on the normal racetrack, and the AIs at some points did have confusions with that. I think they've got better for dealing with those. Okay, turn 1. It's a little wider through turn 1. Hello. Oh, don't be squished against the wall. That's going to end really badly, or I fear it'll end really badly. Amazingly, it did not. We have got around the first corner relatively smoothly. We're just going to hang the back out all the way there. Oh, brakes, brakes, brakes. The other big thing, along with, of course, the obvious grip differences. No, I was trying to roll over a little car, and I think I got calmed because the little car is just parked in front of me. Okay, we're learning, definitely. You get screwed over with your karma on this, but yes, so grip, actual physical corner grip is one thing to contend with. In many ways, one of the bigger things, braking. Now, of course, I run with ABS off, and I've got used to where I need to be, how much sort of brake pressure I can use on this game, and that's, well, all changed. On the snow, it takes a lot less brake pressure to lock up. Your braking distances are going to be longer, but it's, yeah, trying to just relearn everything after many hours all in Wreckfest. We're not going to stop for this. I'm going to use the CRX. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm also not. I mean, and then there's the point of Wreckfest. I still, even in a game like this, I will still drive. It's just inbuilt to actually, you know, race cleanly. However, that was a case of I'm not stopping, so we'll use a CRX and an Armco barrier. The Mazda CRX is still working, to be honest with you. In all of that, oh, one of the top three has gone round and is having a tough time getting back on the circuit. I will say thank you very much for that position. Yeah, trying to get the hang of the brakes is in many ways one of the more difficult things. Are we going to have a big... I'm going to go on the brakes a little earlier. With the AI having similar issues down here. We have... Oh, made the corner. Not very well, but we have made it better than last time. And better than the AI cars. The Firefly is leading the way. Bloody hell. That's not what I expected. We're also about to lap some cars. I mean, normally lap traffic is only an issue in Crash Alley and whatnot. Well, certainly in a 6-lap race, but I guess with cars spinning out so regularly here, if you have a bad time of things, you really do end up plummeting. There are a couple of lap traffic cars. Well, if we miss the braking points again, I've got lots of vehicles to aim to squish. There's lots of opportunities, lots of vehicles to potentially use as a emergency brake. We're going to try and make the corner normally. See, make the corner normally. Oh, the AI ahead of me did as well. It is faster. It is definitely faster to making the corner actually properly here. We're going to... No, don't pit maneuver me. Now, I'm a little concerned. Of course, coming up to lap traffic. The way the AI work in this game, some of them, or the way the default AI, there are plenty of mods you can change their behaviour if you want. But the way the default AI tends to work is some of them are ultra aggressive and will, I mean, just almost to the point of self-destruction, try and crash you off the circuit, whereas some are happy to race you cleanly. And I think a little bit, depending on how you drive with them as well, might... Oh, he's going to have a big look up there. He's actually going to get that one stopped as well. That's a good overtake. We're going to give a little... Oh, we're going to give a little nudge. It only takes a tiny nudge to unsettle him. He's still wiggling from that. No, where are you going? I need to turn... There is a corner there. We need to turn in at some point. Oh, I think that might have put him round. No. Yep, he's still going. The wiggle AI are fantastically entertaining. Oh, bugger me. That was a big slide. That was a big slide indeed. Well, it was... a sketchy slide because I thought we were going to go into a wall doing it, basically. Not the most oversteer I've ever had in a car, but it was not a fun place to be suddenly getting oversteer. But this race has gone a little smoother for me. Not so smooth for wherever that poor CRX ended up, but for me... Oh, I'm going to clonk the wall. No, I'm amazed I made that. I'm actually very surprised I made that because I thought I was later on the brakes there than I had been before when I'd hit the wall, so... I don't know why I was even pushing it that hard on a final lap when we're leading the way with no real threats behind. Yeah, we get a lot of speed off of that corner. We will... Oh, I was going to say like a torpedo, but not going to be a good idea. Not going to be doable. We will take a victory there. That was more like it in terms of speed. We found some speed on that, especially on that final lap. That's... Tell you what, the little cars did well. Well, sure, the Star Beast is a fairly sizable vehicle. It's certainly not the biggest. But the Firefly and the Nexus, the little CRX, would get the rest of the podium spots. Well done. Shall we go and see what it's like in the snow? Crash Alley? Crash Canyon? Give it its technical name. I think that seems like a good idea to me. I mean, Crash Canyon is at the best of times pretty manic. I know what I want to use for this. Because I have it built. But where is it gone? This is the vehicle that we want to use. It is nasty. It hits very hard. It's actually quite quick as well. Surprisingly, the Mud Digger is not that bad. Okay, the little tiny lightweight CRX will probably be a little faster around, you know, a tarmac circuit in ideal conditions. However, nothing is ever ideal at Crash Canyon, and I think I want strength. So this is the way to go. This is the way to go with the old strength vehicle. To be fair, the AI don't really upgrade their cars. I think they might do a little bit, but they don't really upgrade them. So actually having an upgraded car against the AI is generally quite a large advantage. Can we run around up here and get a decent run off of the for the banking, the hairpin? Not quite really. Although again, at Crash Canyon, decent advantages, and you know the game. Oh, the game is. I'm going to land on another CRX. Didn't do as much damage to that one as we hit the door. A lot goes on. A lot can go on. Certainly. Sometimes you actually get quite calm Crash Canyon races. It kind of depends on Do I start interfering with the AI? Do I start pushing the AI into oncoming traffic? Which, I mean, if I can, I will, naturally. The snow might help if cars are starting to slip and slide around. There's a lot of fireflies, again, doing well here. I'm up into the wall. I'm not doing well here. Fireflies. I want to land on a firefly. I don't really want to drive into oncoming traffic if I can help it. Although, do I want to push you into oncoming traffic? Yes, I do. Go on, somebody hit the firefly. Damn it, didn't work. I'm just trying to be unnecessarily mean, however, it would have been quite a funny takeout. If it had worked, it just didn't. The lead is actually quite a long way gone at the moment. Come on, I've got to start some chaos here. Oh, bugger! I'm going to be the one to start the chaos. In general, in C-Class cars, the AI are a bit better behaved. I've seen various silliness from the AI at this circuit. Sometimes you get completely sensible races with A-Class cars, sometimes you get completely bonkers races with C-Class cars. It looks like this is actually being surprisingly calm, which will not do. We have a little car to push into the oncoming lane and hope that they can take out the leader. We're using some tactical... I think they got recovered fairly well. We're using some tactical throw cars in hopefully the leader's path. It's not really worked though. Uh-oh. Don't go over there. Don't go over there. That was very close. That was very close indeed. Christ, the leader is... I presume that that's them up there who has had a spin at least. That's something. That's something. Yeah, definitely these little cars. Oh, get off the wall. Oh, the way to... Oh, no, that's a lap down car. Never mind. Ignore me entirely. That might be the leader bouncing down the straightaway. I've not even got anything to push into the oncoming lane. I'm going to, yeah, presume that that is the leader's car up there. I don't know how I'm going to catch that. Oh, we're running very wide up the top of the course. I mean, we get a decent enough run off of the corner if you do that one. Is there still something stuck? Oh, the Bulldog has been turned. I don't think it's going to go into... Okay, so that car there's broken. Whatever's gone on with that. That car there has completely and utterly given up all sorts of attempts at driving. They've just had enough. They're just parked. Where did that Bulldog end up spun? The Bulldog's in a messy position, so I'm going to try and help make some chaos. Chaos is starting to happen! Now, leader, if you could happen to get involved in all of that, if you could just get stuck in all of that, that would be grand. Yes, that's more like it. That's more like the crash alley we know and love. There are cars everywhere, some of them on fire. I've found the leader! Hello! Don't mind me. A little unnecessarily mean. Again, you know what I said about generally try and race cleanly? Sometimes at Crash Canyon you kind of forget those rules a little bit. Especially when you're in a massive thing like this. Sometimes you just got to be the one to start the chaos, or the one to finish the chaos, or the one to... Actually, I think that car is stuck. I mean, I meant to just kind of punt you a little bit wide to give me a position. I didn't quite mean to entirely take you out of the race. Oh, I didn't quite mean for that to go as well as it did. That went very well. Not for them. Not for them. In terms of me and my entertainment, and probably you guys and your entertainment, I would say that was a great success. Have we made more of a mess? Yes, we are making more of a mess on the start-finish line. This is, well, what we want to see from Crash Canyon. This is what we want to see from Crash Canyon. Not the cars racing sensibly around the snowy circuit. Like, the snow on this one is probably, in many ways, one of the least effective places for snow, owing to, well, it's mostly straight, and the corners are, I mean, fairly... the corners are fairly slidey anyway, and you don't really worry as much about these turns. It's more about surviving that, or surviving the jump sections in the most part. Although, yeah, it's been surprisingly calm. It has been surprisingly calm. There are a couple of cars out. I guess I tend to put damage on normal for prattling around here, because if you leave it on simulation, the cars go out very, very quickly. Although, with the damage on simulation here, you are almost guaranteed to fill up the middle section with wrecks, which, you know, can be good. That's what you're after. Oh, come on, one more aerial overtake. Ah, it's not going to quite be enough. We're going to run out of time, because that will be the start-finish line. Victory for the Mud Digger. One very spectacular takeout, and one quite mean bump on the leader, who fell to 5th. So there we go. Yeah, in the snow, not drastic differences around there. Before we go, shall we have... Actually, no, that's not what we want. We want... that's the one. That's the stadium we want. We're going to go around the tiny figure of 8 circuit. And I'm going to go around in a war wagon because I feel like that's probably a good idea. I'm going to stick damage on realistic as well. There we go. Now, this... I mean, it's mayhem. It always is mayhem around the figure of 8 circuit. However, snow is going to lead to, I suspect, a lot of cars spinning. I will probably be included in that. I spin around on this circuit, or have spun enough times on this circuit in normal conditions. Now, what that's going to do is spread the pack out, which is going to make the crossover point chaos. Which is what we want. which is basically what we're after, really. Can we make the crossover section as busy as possible? Probably. We're going to already batter into a Supra. That's going to be towards a wall. Okay, so the Supra beat the war wagon. Oh, bugger. That's just a lot of cars. It's a lot of 3, 4, 5, more than that wide in places, I think. Oh, someone spun a little car. Someone spun a big car. Someone would be me. Oh, there's a gap somewhere in there. I could possibly stick a car. We're going to end up nudging you towards a wall, aren't we? Well, we'll just lead on them. Oh, there's a war wagon already in the crossover point. So you know how normally with the figure of 8 circuit, you get a lap or two, unless someone's really been wrecked heavily. You get a lap or two before the crossovering actually starts. Yeah, about that. Oh, God, please be ahead of what's heading that way. Oh, it's actually spinning out of control anyway. It was a little car that probably wouldn't have done much to mine had it hit the door, but yeah. Chaos has started immediately. Someone spun the Bel Air. We'll dodge that one. Is there anything coming? I'm hoping not. Very difficult to see around this circuit. It's what makes this figure of 8 circuit a challenge, or as much of a challenge as it is. You just can't see. You just can't see what's heading around the corners. Oh, I forgot we've got this on, of course, on realistic damage. That is going to kill some cars pretty sharpish. Probably shouldn't have been bunting cars as early on as I have been. Oh, no. Don't slide that as... Actually, no, we got away with that slide quite nicely. I'm going on the brakes a smidge there. Someone's been eviscerated. That thing's on fire on the inside. We're a minute and a half in. I would like to point out, we are a minute and a half in, and everything's on fire. Oh, no! Oh, I thought I could get through ahead of that. No. No. Well, that's us gone in one crash. I thought we were going to be okay to go ahead of that. The answer to that was, let's maybe turn off. Let's maybe turn off the realistic damage. I forgot how brutal it was with that. It's not forgiving. It's not forgiving in the slightest, and when you add in the snow, it does make things a bit mad. So yeah, as far as mods go, it's good fun. You know, again, it's probably not one that I'm going to leave on constantly. However, I like racing around in the snow. I like the snow visuals in general when it comes to games, and the added difficulty, if you like, of, well, now there's even less grip for the cars. The braking's not as good, and you're going to have to fight through. It's just more chaos, and if any game needs more chaos in general, you know, Wreckfest, the more chaotic the better. So, yeah, it's good fun. If, like me, you didn't realise there was a snow mode, but yeah, snow weather condition for this during before Christmas. Now it is on the Steam Workshop. Now you can have a go with it, download it. Might be a reason to go back and play Wreckfest if you, much like me. I mean, oh no, we're going to hit them in the wall. I've played a lot of Wreckfest. I've done just about everything there is to do in many ways with the game. But it's things like this that make me come back and want to play it and want to try it again for a little while. Things like this, things like the Micro Machines mod and so on. So yeah, it's a good bit of fun. It's a good bit of fun. The AI do seem to have trouble with the killer bees. Oh, I've been punted towards the wall. Little bugger. The problem with the killer bees, but the fireflies, they're very good, it would seem, in the snow. CRX, do you really want to fight me here? Is this really the argument you want to go into? Because I will punt you into a corner if I can get close enough. Okay, we know, you know, you should have seen what I did to the last CRX that was in front of me. Oh, Firefly took the hit. I've spun though. So that sort of one, I would have got away with that being in the tarmac, as it is in the snow. We were just not quite got enough grip. We were going to go round. Bugger, that CRX has got away. No, you plonker. Why fight me there? I say why fight me there when I fired a leader and got them stuck at Crash Alley. You know, I'm a bit of a hypocrite when it comes to Wreckfest. Basically, I can crash everyone else and they can't crash me. That's how it works, right? We're going to be on the outside of what was a Firefly. There's not much of it left. Into the crossover we go. There's a big crash for somebody. I want the Hunter little CRX, but I don't know where it is. To be fair, we might have gone past it at some point. I don't think so, though. I think I would have seen it, or mentioned, or noticed it. That is not it. Where is it? I saw kind of a white wedgie-shaped car, but that is not the one that we are after. Oh, there's a car in the crossover point. We're just going to jump into all of that. That car's not had a good day. That car has not had a good day. I mean, we're up to second, so either we've overtaken it or it is... No, there it is. There it is. Oh, the Bulldog did the damage to it. Come on, quickly. Through the gap, through the gap. Hey, it was the leader. I've missed it because it was in the wall and I didn't know where. A bounce over there, so I didn't aim directly for it. Hey, we've overtaken the CRX. I haven't crashed it as I wanted to, but... Oh! Brakes. Yeah, it worked out quite well for me. That was a good call. If I'd kept going, well, we still hit it. I hit it on the door rather than both of us hitting in mid-air. So I think that was a good call. A last second go on the brakes. Oh, there's no way good through this. I saw a car coming. It's like instinct to see a car go on the brakes because you're going to want to not hit it. And then I saw the line of cars that was behind it. So then we had to change our mind. I would have actually... in that instance, I would have been better just going for it. Can't see anything. Go! Oh, that was close. That was very close. I mean, this circuit is madness. Whenever I could play this circuit all day, it's great fun. However, the snow, because the AIs spin early on, it means that every lap is chaos. You are actually in second place, so I've got to be a little careful I don't lose on this final corner to whatever. I think it's a Firefly. It was a Firefly. What was left of a Firefly? Yeah, they do really, really well. AI very good with Fireflies. Firefly podiums. Probably because they're front-wheel drive, actually. Because they're... I think they are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. They're front-wheel drive. So they have less of the oversteery shenanigans going on. Either way, yes, that was a look at the snow mode, whatever you want to call it, for Wreckfest. I highly recommend giving it a try. It's not just a simple add in some snow effects, because there is a lot less grip around. It does change up. For normal races, it just makes everything less grippy. Things like this, though, of course, it's chaos. It's complete and utter chaos, which is fantastic fun. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.